when I was a kid in here, we slept. When we had furloughs, we'd come in here and sleep. Because obviously, we could get away with not having to get a hotel room, but we didn't want to stay on campus at the post. And so we come out here and spend the night.
Well, there were
And of course, it didn't have any of the graffiti. It didn't have none of the spray paint. None of that. It had a lot of chalk. And we had one big section. We made it like on the lower level, we made this giant U clear up 12 feet. Okay. And at the base of this U, this capital U, was probably, maybe 10 feet. And in it was named every member of the club. Okay. And I was just kind of, when you're lying here, I was sitting here and I'm thinking about, what these walls all look like and of course how it's all changed now. And now we're getting ready. We just built the new bathroom and we're getting ready to build a new kitchen. And so, it's just, to me, it's just a process. You look back and go, God, this place was rough. And,
well, you're sitting in the
200 gallons of kills, oil-based kills to cut between the paint, graffiti, and the soot. I mean, as best we could clean before we shot the undercoat. And we couldn't just shoot one coat. We had to shoot two.
We were sitting in the position that
the
launch crew was in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on the other side. I'm on the radio equipment side.
Okay.
But I'm
on the right
new apartment that I'm building for my wife and I is on the other side where the true launch console was. That'll probably be starting here in the next few weeks. And but it's just me, I mean, it's all a process. And of course to look at it, and then I think what's really motivating, at least for me, is like you and the other people that you bring to the podcast. Also, the Airbnb side, the guests that we have that, they want to spend the night. Let's face it, there's not many Americans ever spend the night in the former ICBM site.
No.
Right? I mean, 10 days ago, we got a couple and 2 kids from China.
Damn.
He brought his family over for a vacation and crossing the United States from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles. And so they just had to spend the night here. Children don't speak English. Wife doesn't speak English. They all have their phones and I'm talking to them and they're translating. He has limited abilities of English. And God, I just enjoyed him. I mean, what a fabulous little family. And they just, Gary, we don't have these. Well, they do. They're building some new ones, but
they got like some. Yeah, they got some kind of Minuteman kind of thing. They don't have LCCs.
I mean, they're just like, wow. And he wrote me. I mean, it's got to be when you look on the reviews that we have. I mean, all of his review is in Chinese. It's really kind of cute. Nice. I have no clue what he wrote. I mean, I did go into one section of Airbnb and I could do a translation, and it was really nice. In essence, he was thanking us for what a good time his children had of getting to spend the night in the former, ICBM site.
Yeah, I bet it's fucking awesome.
By the way, the missile, one of the targets of our 2 targets could have been to China. I mean, hell, you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was kind of cute.
Well, to wrap this up.
Yeah.
How do you want me to present this?
How what?
How do you want me to present this? Because we probably got shit. We got probably
I don't know.
2 hours of stuff.
Bryce, that's your side. I don't have a clue.
I mean, Silopedia is cool. That's my thing. Siloworld is your thing. So
it doesn't matter. Keep it under Silopedia. I mean, I have got too much in the chute, and the last thing I need to do is start that, and I'm not going to get the 100 other things that I have got to get done.
Well, my thing is, all right, we did these 12 sites. I can't find any pictures of these 12 sites besides Siloworld. So I feel that it needs to be Siloworld podcast, like we've been doing.
Just pull them off of Siloworld, Bryce. Use what you got to use to get the point across.
I am. But instead of Silopedia, it's going to be Siloworld again.
I don't care. That's fine.
It's only fair. I mean, that's my.
I don't have a problem with that, but I don't care if you keep it with Silopedia, Siloworld. I mean, whatever you think is best. I mean, because to me, this is just for folks to, they're into this. I'm sorry. My buddy in Denver that I've known forever worked for Lockheed Martin. I mean, he's just like Gary. He calls this silo madness. We all suffer from it. And I just get such a kick out of that. Because it's true. Once you get the bug, oh, baby, you got it. I mean, you ain't going to ever shake this.
Nah, I'm 20 years in. I got it for 20 years in. I still get excited whenever I see something.
Absolutely. Somebody calls me and mentions this or asks me a question. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I feel just, who was it? Oh, they're doing an article on us for New Mexico Magazine. And they were interviewing us a couple of weeks ago. And the gal, the writer, was asking me the question of what really gets me the most. I said, I am just as excited talking to people that are asking questions as I was when I was a kid 50 years ago.
Right.
Regarding the sites. That's still, I've never lost that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, one person asked me the question, at what point are you going to close this chapter of your life? And I said, I don't know if I can, honestly.
That's stupid, because there'll always be more like Matt Mitchell.
Exactly.
He went into Vandenberg.
I mean, okay, yeah, so we take breaks, things, I really haven't updated Siloworld in years and years and years.
Whatever.
I mean, it's just because, when you start working on sites as heavily as I've done, there's only so many hours in a day. And so you have to start prioritizing what it is that's most important for you. And I mean, what I really feel like now where silos are to me right now is I need to make the number one focus of raising the silo doors at Site 4. And sometimes, Bryce, I feel like they're slipping because I get too many other things in the chute. It's like these 70,000 negatives. Okay. When right now we're almost done with in a couple of weeks, January's over. Well, June and July is going to be here before we know it. And, I haven't done anything other than have a basic preliminary plan of raising the doors. Okay. I've really got to start moving on that. So I need to go back through and really prioritize, because I just think it'll be so phenomenally, outrageous. I mean, I can't think of enough adjectives of what it'll be like to raise the silo doors. I mean, so, and maybe that'll help Nick that's doing 4C in Denver. I mean, my point to, Ira and I were talking about it is that, as many cranes as he has comes out, and it's like, build the rigging, raise all the damn doors, get it done next.